Welcome back to the channel. This is Football Temple brought to you by Azad Video. The draw for the league phase of the UEFA Champions League is out. For Chelsea fans, bring Barcelona. We won't play their highline. We'll be Lamine Yamal. We get Estevao. Una don't collect. They don't give una Barcelona. Now the Barcelona we una want. They don't give una now. We can't know whether na Chelsea be the master or na Barcelona we una don't they shout for say they know sabi play ball. They una sabi pass them. Finally, Chelsea have Barcelona in the Champions League draw. Pretty fair result, fair draw for the likes of Arsenal, but not too fair for Xabi Alonso. First baptism of fire for him with Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League. Okay, Sam, we've seen the Champions League draw. Interesting defending champions Paris Saint-Germain, who face a Bayern Munich side, who face Barcelona, we face Atlanta, Bayern Leverkusen, we play Spurs, we play Sporting Lisbon, Newcastle United, and Athletic Club. Not an easy way, but Barcelona and Bayern Munich, for the defending champions, one fixture to watch out for. At least two of those fixtures interesting. Not forgetting Spurs, a replay of the Super Cup, you know, that took place just a few weeks ago. That saw Spurs almost beat PSG.
The thing is this, right? You know, before now we're thinking, oh, come on, they have a very tight defense and nobody can penetrate. But we realize that it's not about their defense.
It's not there again. Come on, it's not there. It's not there. Yeah.
If Donnarumma was not there last year, Arsenal would have probably made a mess of them. But that didn't happen. So Donnarumma is not going to be there. I'm not expecting much of them. Are they going to win it this year? No. Would they go for the mind? Because Donnarumma is not there. Forget the patch, forget
no, league phase. They're supposed to pass league phase. They're supposed to pass league phase.
Because of pass league phase. They will certainly pass league phase. The only Champions League is out to the end completely. Like you say, relatively fair draw. Not a too bad draw for them. Come on, you're playing Spurs, then you're playing, I think, Bayern.
Right?
Come on.
Barcelona.
What the thing with
Atlanta.
Bayern is this. The thing is, fair draw for them. Barcelona, yes.
Newcastle.
That was going to be a Newcastle.
Well, I they met last season too.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they met.
Newcastle was Newcastle in champion. No, it's Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa.
Was Aston Villa. And that wasn't even during the group stage. Yeah. It was during the knockout stage. Listen. So, not it. See, that the beautiful thing about the new Champions League format is, look, every week has some reasonable match.
Well, maybe we'll go to let's look at the English side. You know, the English side in Part 1, there's Chelsea. Now, Chelsea play Barcelona. Their first game not their first game, but they play Barcelona at home.
Their first game.
Then they play, of course, Bayern away, Benfica at home, Atlanta away. They play also Ajax, Napoli, Pafos, a new side, and then Karabakh. Now, the interesting part, the last time Chelsea won the Champions League, they did play in the same season, the
same group.
In that same season, they had a way to play Barcelona. They had also a way to play. Not the last time. Let's go back to that 2012 when they won Champions League. They played Napoli, Barcelona, Bayern. Come on.
Their hands are full.
Yeah, their hands are full.
Their hands are full this time around. Bayern, Barcelona.
The thing is this, right?
Chelsea. Bayern have lost their
Benfica, Atlanta, Napoli.
I mean, Benfica.
Two teams from Italy.
Napoli, yes. Atlanta, forget about it. Nothing so serious. But you see Bayern, Barcelona, Atlanta. I mean, Napoli. These three teams. Scott McTominay and what's his name? De Bruyne. You have Lukaku there.
Who is injured, but should be back. Yeah,
should be back maybe before that time. Now the thing is this, right? See, don't sugarcoat anything. Chelsea is gonna have it hard. They'll struggle to make it in the group phase.
They'll struggle to go out of the group phase.
They will struggle to be part of the top 8 because if you're playing Bayern. If you're playing Barcelona, if you're playing
Benfica,
Benfica, forget about Benfica. If you're playing
Atlanta,
come on.
This same Atlanta,
not Atlanta, Napoli. Sorry,
Napoli. There's nothing special about Napoli.
The thing is this, right? Don't get carried away by what you saw happening.
So you think that I think for me, Chelsea should have it easy against a Barcelona highline.
I doubt much. I mean,
a team that goes easily.
I mean, and they score so much. But here is it, right? Because they knew what Chelsea can do. They've seen what Chelsea did, you understand? They wouldn't take it lightly with Chelsea. But they wouldn't make that mistake. And the truth is, Chelsea might even struggle against the lower side.
Carabao.
No, forget about Carabao. Atlanta. They might struggle against. I'm not coming. Forget about Ajax. I don't know if Ajax has rejuvenated itself. If not, Ajax has been something else completely. So what I would like you to know is a tough group for Chelsea. If Chelsea is going to make it among the top, I mean, they'll make it in top 8. Then congratulations to them because come on, I don't see them making it in the top 8.
Well, for Liverpool,
making out of the top, I mean, to the top 8.
English champions, they have a date with Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Atlético Madrid.
Easy group. Aside from Real Madrid,
then they've also got Frankfurt, PSV, Marseille, Karabakh, and of course our own Victor Osimhen and Galatasaray.
Aside from Real Madrid, and the Real Madrid stuff is not a big deal again.
Arnold returns home.
Yeah, not a big deal again. I think that's the highlight of the game. Arnold returns home. That was it. That aside, Liverpool.
Maybe Xabi Alonso also returns. He returns.
Yeah,
he returns also.
A reunion of two different and this. He's going to be so in the park for Liverpool. They can beat practically everybody in that group. They can defeat practically everybody. But I can say the same with Chelsea.
Well, for Man City, they've got a bit fair. I think very fair for me. Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid,
Man City has always been
Bayern
lucky with a lot
Leverkusen,
of
Villarreal, Napoli, Bodo Glimt, Galatasaray, and of course Monaco.
They've been lucky. If one thing has been working for them over the years, even if during the normal group phase, they used to have this very, very easy draw. And see, at times, even when they move to the next phase, you discover that they meet around 16, they'll meet one easy A team. The quarterfinal, they'll meet another easy team. They'll start playing tough matches from the semi-final. So I'm not surprised at all. Draws has always found a way of favoring Man City. Go and check their. The draw has always found a way of favoring Man City. And you ask yourself some certain question. How come is that consistent? Every year they have easy draw. Every year they have easy draw. Last year they are the biggest team in their group that they were supposed to struggle against was PSG. And they lost against PSG.
Yeah.
They lost against PSG. Other teams that they lost against are teams that they were supposed to be able to beat comfortably.
Well, before we go to part 2 of the Champions League draw quickly, let's go through other teams in Pot 1. Bayern Munich, of course, are also in Pot 1. They play Chelsea, PSG, Club Brugge, Arsenal, Sporting, PSV, Union Saint-Gilloise, and of course, Pafos, while Borussia Dortmund play Inter Milan, Manchester City, Villarreal, Juventus, Bodo Glimt, Spurs, Athletic Club, and Copenhagen. While for Barcelona, it's a date with Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Eintracht Frankfurt, Club Brugge from Belgium, Olympiacos, Slavia Praha, Copenhagen, and of course, Newcastle United. That's 4 the teams are in pot 1 of the Champions League.
If you want to call any group of day, like we always say, I think it's Bayern.
Their parts.
It's just too difficult. You're playing Arsenal. You're playing Chelsea. You're playing, I think, Barcelona right now.
Not too difficult for Bayern. How? It's just Chelsea, PSG, Arsenal. Come on.
Chelsea, PSG, Arsenal.
All I need to do is...
Out of 8 matches, you have this, your hands are full and you cannot win all. You probably might not even win any of these matches.
It's not that bad.
It is. It's not difficult for them. And they're not that decent side. They're coached by a guy who is still learning the rope. You understand? Who is not that decent enough. And that team is no longer that invisible team that it used to be. So there, for me, come on, so which group? Will you call,
phase?
I mean, will you call the Chelsea group a tougher group than this group? Not at all. Will you?
So you think Bayern
PSG, Chelsea, Arsenal. I'm talking about Bayern Munich. But what are you talking about?
Well,
it can never be more difficult than this.
Well, it's going to be tough. Let's look at Arsenal. Now, of course, Arsenal are in pot 2 of the Champions League. Yeah. Arsenal will play against Bayern Munich, Internazionale, Sporting CP, I beg your pardon, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Praha. They've also got Kairat Almaty and Athletic Club Bilbao for Arsenal. It looks pretty decent.
Pretty easy, not even the same. If you say decent, it makes it look as if they're in a tough group.
But don't rule out Atletico Madrid.
Sometimes Atletico Madrid. Forget about that. If there's one thing that Arsenal knows how to do, forget about them losing a final against. I mean, is it the final or semi-final against Atletico Madrid? If there's one thing that Arsenal is good at, is beating Spanish teams. The only Spanish team that has been a ton on Arsenal flesh is Barcelona. The other side, just name that Spanish team. The chance of Arsenal beating them is always high. Yeah, so just because and that team has watered down itself now. There's not so much in that team again. 2 matches so far this season, they're yet to win a game. Struggling. They're not even playing like they've even lost their identity. We know them to, sit back, absorb all the pressure, then they counter. No. And they've let go one of their most passionate player in what's his name? The Argentine guy that is in America now with what's his name? Trying to Rodrigo de Paul. You understand?
But they still got crazy.
So the toughest opponent will have, the Arsenal will have in that group is Bayern Munich.
And Inter, probably Inter.
No, come on, Inter is watered down too now. We saw Inter in the Club World Cup. We saw what happened to them in the Thuram against
Lautaro Martinez.
Against who?
Well, I can tell.
Against Saliba?
Well, it's not like Arsenal that. Arsenal don't even have Champions League pedigree to start with.
Forget about
because if you look at Champions League now,
pedigree or no pedigree, go and check
their record. Listen to Champions League.
Listen to me. Last season, Arsenal considered in the group stage. Arsenal considered
the fewest just once. Just one.
No, I'm talking about in Champions League generally. Arsenal considered a few number of games. Goals in
because
Champions
if you
League.
look at it, in the group phase, Inter considered one. It was in the knockout phase.
But beyond that, and since then, we've not seen Inter again. They even lost the Scudetto too.
How to get to the final?
They lost the Scudetto, went to the Club World Cup. It was shambolic for them. They couldn't make it out of their group, right? In the Club World Cup. So what are we talking about? Come on. I think the biggest deal for Arsenal nowadays is Bayern Munich.
Biggest deal.
Yeah, that's the biggest
deal. Let's
look
at that. Of course, our teams in pot 2 of the league phase draw. Remember?
I'm coming. How about Man U? Which group are they?
Well, Man United are in group. Well, please check which group. Grimsby Town. Man United will play Grimsby Town in pot 6 of the Champions League phase draw. But let's look at the league phase draw pot 2. Bayern Leverkusen, of course, another team there. They face Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, Villarreal, Benfica, PSV, Olympiacos, Newcastle United, and Copenhagen. Well, Atletico Madrid, I beg your pardon, will play Internazionale, Liverpool, Frankfurt, Arsenal, Bodo Glimt, PSV, Union Saint-Gilloise, and of course Galatasaray. For Benfica, it's a date with Real Madrid, Chelsea, Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus, Napoli, Ajax, Karabakh, and of course Newcastle United. For Atalanta, it is Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Club Brugge, Frankfurt, Slavia Praha, Marseille, Athletic Club Bilbao, and of course Union Saint-Gilloise. For Villarreal, it's Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, Bayer Leverkusen, Ajax, Spurs, Copenhagen, and of course Pafos, who are making a debut in the UEFA Champions League. For Frankfurt, it is Liverpool, of course Barcelona, Atalanta, Atletico Madrid, I beg your pardon, Spurs, Napoli, Galatasaray, and of course Karabakh, who are also making their return to the Champions League. For Club Brugge, it is Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Atalanta, Marseille, Sporting CP, Monaco, and of course Kairat Almaty in that order. Of course, our league phase draw pot 3. Let's quickly go through that one. We've got Spurs. We'll be facing Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Villarreal, Frankfurt, Sparta Praha, of course Bodo Glimt, Copenhagen, and Monaco. For PSV, it is Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, I beg your pardon, Bayer Leverkusen, Napoli, Olympiacos, Union Saint-Gilloise, and of course Newcastle. For Ajax, it is Inter, I beg your pardon, Chelsea, Benfica, Villarreal, Olympiacos, Marseille, Galatasaray, and Karabakh. For Napoli, of course, Chelsea, Manchester City, Frankfurt, Benfica, Sporting, PSV, Karabakh, and Copenhagen. For Sporting, it is Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Club Brugge, Juventus, Marseille, Napoli, Kairat Almaty, and Athletic Club Bilbao. For, of course, Olympiacos, who do have a Nigerian in their rank, talking about Bruno Emachi. It is Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayer Leverkusen, Arsenal, PSV, Ajax, Pafos, and Kairat Almaty. For Bodo Glimt, Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, of course, Atletico Madrid, Spurs, Sparta Praha, Monaco, Galatasaray. While for Marseille, there's Liverpool, Real Madrid, Atalanta, Club Brugge, Ajax, Sporting, Newcastle, and Union Saint-Gilloise. In pot 4, of course, the last one, where we've got our own Victor Osimhen and Galatasaray will be playing against the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, Athletic Club, Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt, Ajax, Union Saint-Gilloise, and Monaco. In that one, now this is it, guys. That's why I've got decent players this season.
Yeah.
Looks like Ederson will head there. They've just gotten a new defender. They've spent heavy. Lataruma, they've got a front 3 of Icardi, Leresani, and Victor Osimhen. I think teams should be wary of Galatasaray too in the Champions League. Maybe not a huge threat, but
not a huge threat.
We could see them go through the playoffs.
Maybe.
Come on, they should be able to get 1 to 24.
No, I
they should be able to. With that kind of
I
squad,
expect them to play the playoff.
Yeah.
I expect them to play the playoff. But I don't expect them to be part of the top 8. I don't expect them to be part of the top 8. And I know how eyes are going to be there, probably because of Victor. But come on, you're not fair. When you call Leverkusen, you forget about Victor Boniface completely. Why?
Well,
what did he do?
No, they're the big boy sport. They're the big boy sport.
Now, the truth is this. Turkey is trying to reinvent itself. I mean, a lot of players actually headed to Turkey this summer. A lot of players, not just Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, and other teams. Now, Victor was heavily bought. He needs to make a statement. Even if they're going to go far, the goals must come, you understand? Luckily for him, he play a lot of teams that are as average as they are. You understand? So, I mean, he needs to perform simple. Because, come on, you can't pay such amount of money for a player who is playing in that kind of a league and you just follow 100 champions and say, I mean, if we are heavy on, what was his name? Florence Wheat. we should be heavy on Victor. We're expecting Victor. Like, even if they're not going to go to anywhere, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals is expected from him.
Well, wait to see how that pans out for Galatasaray. There you have it, the Champions League league phase draw, I beg your pardon, for the 2025-2026 season. In the coming days, UEFA will officially release the fixtures and how these teams will play and when they will play each other on home and away basis. Remember, the Champions League is no longer in the usual group phase. No. Rather, it is in the league phase format where one team will play 8 matches, 4 at home, 4 away, with the top 8 teams progressing automatically to the round of 16, and then the team will finish 9 to 24 will then go and play a playoff, with the team finishing below 25 to 36 automatically crashing out. None will be dropping to the Europa League or the Conference League again. So it is only the top 8 team goes through first automatically, and then the remaining 8 will join them via a playoff, and that says who plays in the round of 16.
Now, the good thing is this, right? Yeah, the good thing is this, right? It is there's so much money in Champions League. So that you even make the Champions League is a big deal.
Yeah.
You show of any, I think, close to 20 to 30 million pounds, which is huge. Then the Champions League, the league format has made Champions League so interesting. Initially, we're asking question, how is it going to play out? What do we expect from it? But look, we have a Champions League format where we're going to be seeing Liverpool play Madrid, probably in game day one.
Yeah.
So we see a lot of final before final.
Final.
Every week serves you with one reasonable match, 2, 3 reasonable matches that you have to sit down and watch every day of the Champions League. And that's what people were clamoring for. Now we've actually gotten it. Last year, it started like a joke. Initially, people were having their doubts. Come on. At some point, it became the main thing that we're talking about. Same thing is going to happen this year. And I mean, we're used to it this year, so we're expecting so much. I mean, imagine Arsenal playing Bayern. Imagine Chelsea playing Barcelona. In the league phase.
Yeah.
So there is so much to expect from the Champions League. So it makes it more entertaining. Now, we don't have to wait until the round 16, the quarterfinal before we see the big match. It's not big match start from day 1 of the Champions League because it's in a league format this time around.
Well, the big matches starts from match day 1, and we cannot wait for the Champions League. For Manchester United, so sorry, better luck next time. Football Temple brought to you by Azar Studio.